Hold the phone, Chicago Bears fans, and step away from the panic button right now. I know exactly what you're doing. You saw the breaking news about Kyler Gordon suffering yet another soft tissue injury before OTAs even got off the ground, and your stomach completely dropped. You're sitting there thinking, here we go again, the secondary is cursed, and our season is slipping away before the summer heat even hits. Take a deep, deep breath, because I am telling you right now, this is not the reactionary, desperate Chicago Bears team of last year. Remember when the secondary got decimated and management was forced into chaotic, panic-driven moves like scrambling to sign C.J. Gardner-Johnson just to patch a gaping hole. Those days are officially over, and what the front office just did behind the scenes is nothing short of a tactical masterclass. They anticipated this exact nightmare scenario, and they spent the entire offseason quietly building an absolute fortress of defensive depth. If you want to stay ahead of every massive breaking Bears update, trade rumor, and roster masterstroke all season long, make sure to like this video, share it with your fellow diehard fans, and smash that subscribe button right now. Are we seriously about to witness a complete changing of the guard in the Midway secondary? The reality is that the Bears brass refused to be left vulnerable to the injury bug this time around, completely shifting from a reactive mindset to a hyper-aggressive, preemptive strategy. It all started in free agency with a move that didn't get nearly enough national headlines, but one that is now looking like an absolute stroke of genius: the signing of Cam Lewis from the Buffalo Bills. When the news first broke, people looked at it as a standard depth piece, but Lewis is the ultimate Swiss Army knife that allows this coaching staff to sleep like babies at night. We don't even know the full extent of Gordon's injury yet, but the Bears don't need to care because Lewis has spent the last 2 years absolutely dominating the slot corner position. He has lined up for 493 snaps in the slot, 131 at outside cornerback, 330 at free safety, and a staggering 394 plays right down in the box. At 5 feet 9 inches and 183 pounds, he isn't your traditional bruising box safety, but his elite speed, fluid change of direction, and sheer stability mean he simply does not get beaten on tape. Safeties coach Matt Giordano couldn't contain his excitement, openly stating that Lewis fills multiple positions at an incredibly high level, making him an invaluable weapon for this defense. Question of the day: with Kyler Gordon facing yet another injury setback, is it time for the Chicago Bears to permanently open up the slot corner spot for open competition in training camp, or should they actively look to trade him for a massive $10 million cap saving? Drop your thoughts in the comments below right now. I want to see what the real Bears fans think. This strategic revolution isn't just about one free agent signing, it's a complete cultural overhaul led by a brilliant new addition to the coaching staff. Enter Canon Matthews, the freshly hired defensive assistant and nickels coach who is quickly becoming Chicago's ultimate secret weapon. Matthews arrives straight from the Dallas Cowboys, bringing a wealth of elite knowledge from his time working alongside Al Harris. He served as Dallas's safeties coach, assistant defensive backs coach, and his philosophy is completely erasing traditional positional labels in the secondary. Matthews and defensive mastermind Al Harris are implementing a conceptual teaching model. Instead of forcing a young player to learn just one specific position, they are teaching the holistic concept of the entire defensive scheme. This means if the coaching staff walks up to a player and says, "Hey, I need you at nickel today," or, "Hey, you're starting at safety," the transition is flawless because the overarching concepts keep the player clean on the field. Look no further than 4th-round draft pick Malik Muhammad to see this exact plan in action. Muhammad is a certified ball magnet, and Al Harris openly lauded his tape, stating that his natural instincts make him a perfect fit for both the outside boundary and the inside nickel spots. Muhammad himself admitted that learning the entire defense, knowing where all the moving pieces go, and understanding exactly where his help is has been an intense, challenging journey, but he is embracing the grind with pure excitement. His elite burst out of breaks and sharp intelligence mean he is already prepared to succeed wherever he is needed. And let's not dare forget about Terrell Smith coming back at full strength, Before his own injury setbacks, Smith was pushing Tyreek Stevenson to the absolute limit for the starting boundary job, adding a terrifying layer of competitive depth to this roster. But we have to ask the heavy, uncomfortable questions because we cannot look at this roster through rose-colored glasses. Is Kyler Gordon's time running out in Chicago? When he's on the field, the talent is undeniable, but a player who proudly calls himself Spider-Man is showing a distinct lack of superhuman durability. He is counting a heavy $12.9 million against the salary cap this year, and while cutting him is completely off the table due to the dead money hit, trading him would instantly net the front office a massive $10 million in cap space. This current coaching staff has proven they have zero patience for unreliability. With Cam Lewis possessing elite nickel experience and Malik Muhammad breathing down his neck, Gordon is officially fighting for his absolute football life in training camp. Either his body finally locks in, or his starting job will be taken by someone else. This also shines a glaring, highly critical spotlight on the training staff. Surprisingly, Ben Johnson chose to retain the exact same training staff from the previous regime, a staff that faced intense scrutiny for putting too much onus on the players to declare themselves ready. We all watched Rome Odunze rush back far too early before the Cleveland Browns game, only to immediately re-injure himself. When elite athletes consistently return at less than 100%, it places an unnatural, devastating amount of stress on their soft tissues, leading to a vicious, never-ending cycle of hamstring and core injuries. Whether Gordon is getting bad advice from outside trainers or the internal medical staff is failing him, something has to change fundamentally behind the scenes. Thankfully, the Bears have built an interchangeable, bulletproof secondary grid with guys like Kobe Bryant also waiting in the wings, a player who registered 740 snaps at slot corner during his first 2 years in Seattle before transitioning to starting safety. This roster is engineered to win right now, and the front office has successfully insulated the team against the inevitable chaos of NFL injuries. The depth is real, the coaching is elite, and the Chicago Bears are officially ready for war.